As the saying goes, breakups make bodybuilders.
You want to be strong? Learn how to be alone.
And I can say for me personally, that was absolutely true. After my divorce, I got way more jacked. I was always dedicated to the gym. It was always really important to me, but I had a lot of anger and frustration to work through, and I really attacked the gym with renewed vigor and focused post-breakup. And this is a really common story. I did a podcast with Paul Barnett of Anabolic Bodybuilding a few weeks back, and he said the same thing. He got jacked. He got into bodybuilding post-divorce because he wanted to fix his body. In the wake of a crisis, we often need control. We often want to change ourselves because our lives have changed. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about relationships in bodybuilding, breakups in bodybuilding, and what to do after. And I really want to hear your thoughts here. I'd love if you'd comment below and engage with me, because I think this is an important topic and it really doesn't get discussed. So when it comes to relationships, bodybuilding is complicated. Bodybuilding is kind of a selfish pursuit. It's really solitary. It requires spending lots of time alone at the gym and requires extreme dieting. All of these things tend to draw you away from people. There's a lot of inward focus on bodybuilding. It's really you against yourself. It's not really a team effort. And particularly when it comes to food, that can be a huge obstacle in relationships. If you're always eating the same meals every day, if you're always eating on a schedule, you may not be eating with your partner. And food is a really important part, an integral part of relationships. It's a big part of how we bond and communicate with each other. And by being a bodybuilder, you're kind of cutting that part of your relationship out. Additionally, diets can put a ton of stress on relationships. For one, dieting sucks, so your mood is likely to be poor when you're dieting. Maybe you'll fight. Maybe you'll be less patient as a partner. Secondly, diets can cause sexual issues. You may just be too tired and lethargic, or you may literally shut down your junk. And that, of course, can cause issues. And on the enhanced side, certain anabolics can really mess with people's mood during a diet, and it can make them irritable. So if you take all these factors together, it sounds like bodybuilding is bad for relationships. Well, I would say that's only half the story. The other truth is that bodybuilding makes you a better person. It makes you more disciplined. It makes you more focused. It makes you more driven. And these are attributes that people like and need in partners. I am a better partner, a better friend, a better son. I am better at everything I do because of bodybuilding. Because my dedication to the gym requires so much of me, the rest of my life is incredibly organized and meticulous. I am a deeply conscientious person and a deeply reliable person, and that is largely because of bodybuilding. And these attributes are, generally speaking, attractive in a partner. I would say in totality, bodybuilding should not ruin your relationships, but it may require some compromises. You might have to eat off plan. You might have to occasionally skip a workout to do something important for your partner. This is part of the game. At the end of the day, relationships are incredibly important, and bodybuilding should complement your life. It shouldn't dictate everything you do. Now, of course, all of that changes in a breakup, right? In a breakup, you're no longer there for your partner's no longer there for you, and bodybuilding can become incredibly important. I will say, for me personally, I didn't skip a single workout during the dissolution of my marriage. I didn't miss one session. It was really important to me to go to the gym. It gave me a sense of control. It gave me a sense of normalcy amid the chaos. That's the key here, is that bodybuilding is a part of your life. If you're a bodybuilder, if you're a lifter, if you're a gym goer, it's important to you. It's one of the things that helps to regulate you and keep you sane and balanced. And if you're in the midst of a breakup, when your life is falling apart around you, don't stop going to the gym. Don't stop eating healthily. Don't stop exercising and doing cardio, because those are the things that keep you balanced and grounded. Those are the things that keep you sane and safe. Don't abandon your habits just because you're stressed. Don't use that stress as an excuse to stop doing the things you need to do. Now, that being said, don't be too hard on yourself. There are going to be moments when you're exhausted. There are going to be moments when the stress is too much and you're just not going to be able to perform at maximum capacity. That's okay. You can still go to the gym. You can still go to the gym and do what you need to do, even if you're not doing your best. And yes, for me personally, I am someone who, when I am stressed, I need food. I need sweets. I need terrible shit. Sometimes that's going to happen. That is okay. It is okay. You can give yourself that permission to screw up. We are people. We are humans. Even robotic bodybuilders like us, We're still people. You can give yourself that freedom, just don't fall off the wagon completely. Don't use your breakup as an excuse to ruin your diet and your health. Instead, allow bodybuilding to push you through this crisis, to give you something to hold on to, an anchor that moors you to who you are and what you care about and your values. Post-breakup, things get complicated. You are a single person, and as I said at the top, bodybuilding is a solitary pursuit. And something that can happen to guys post-breakup is that they get too deep into bodybuilding. They get obsessed with bodybuilding and it consumes their life. This absolutely happened to me. I remember someone asking me, maybe 2 years post-divorce, what I was most looking forward to, what I was most excited in my life. And the answer I had for them was my next bench press session. Now, I mean, I love bench press, let's be real, it's awesome, but life should be bigger than that. And that is the thing about bodybuilding and lifting in the gym. It can be so consuming that it can make your life small. I've shortened trips because I wanted to go to the gym. I've avoided important, delicious meals because I was on plan. I've chosen to abstain from social gatherings because I wanted to get home, go to sleep, wake up, and go to the gym. And I would say, broadly speaking, I am okay with all these decisions. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with my bodybuilding. But it is important that post-breakup, post-crisis, you don't let your life get too small. Don't forget that there's a big world out there, and you probably liked being in a relationship once. And if you only focus on yourself for forever, you're not going to be a good partner, and you're not going to get into another relationship again. And if that's something that matters to you, you need to safeguard that and make sure that you're still a functional person outside the gym. Now, lastly, I have to answer the unspoken question that's on everyone's mind. Does going to the gym get you laid? Does having a better body get you chicks? And the answer is no, not really. I mean, it definitely does to a certain extent, right? If you are overweight, if you're out of shape, getting in shape will absolutely change your game. It will upgrade you. You will be able to interact with women or men or whatever your preference is. You'll be able to interact with people that would have otherwise ignored you. And that's amazing. It may mess with your head. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, but nonetheless, it can be really empowering. But becoming a bodybuilder, becoming super jacked, is not something that's really going to attract women. It may attract a very small subset of women that are into big muscles, but that's not most women. Most women just want men who are healthy, fit, and look good. So don't think that dedicating yourself to bodybuilding, that getting a pro card is going to fix your love life, because it just won't. Thanks for watching. Let's talk about this in the comments. What's your experience been like as a bodybuilder in relationships? How have you handled breakups? What's it been like for you? I really want to know. Let's talk.